Chapter 2. Switch to a story. Here's a story. Fiction. Some of it. It was December 8th, 1989. Hello, is late for dinner there? Damn it, I said never to call me that. How you doing, Jake? I answered the phone. I knew something wasn't right. Last time I heard, Friday nights weren't when doormen should be making phone calls. Last time I heard myself tell my boss to shove it hard, and shove it deep, and then inflate it. I quit tonight. Where have you been? I tried calling you earlier on the phone at work. I wish I'd gotten then. It was long distance. I was doing a favor for my mom, I said, putting the emphasis on favor. What are you doing tonight? I was gonna get ready for bed early tonight. Not. I don't know. I had nothing planned. Probably just go to O'Toole's. O'Toole's was a bar within staggering distance of my house, which was good because I didn't own a car. We're coming down. We'll be there in an hour. Have something planned for us. Who's we? Who's us? I asked. Me and my friend Don. He's pretty cool. I hadn't met Don yet, but I trusted Jake, and if he was wrong, poor Don was going to get ridiculed tonight. Sure, and pick up a couple of hitchhikers on your own way down. They'll probably be pretty cool too. See you within an hour, he said. Yeah, see you, I said, being highly doubtful of the hour part. He lived a good hour and a half away, and if he had to get this Don guy, it was highly doubtful. Where's the beer? It was 55 minutes later. I was sitting in the rec room watching the end of Miami Vice, an hour-long show that I just started watching after getting off the phone with Jake. They just let themselves in and come downstairs. Jake had an uncanny ability to drop in when my parents weren't home. He'd have just walked in anyways, but he'd have had to act guilty. I heard them on the stairs, but I immediately thought if they'd gotten that far, what would they need me for? It's in the fridge, but I wouldn't touch it. It's my dad's beer. My dad's hockey beer. My father was responsible for the beverages after we played Sunday night hockey. Ah, he will miss one or two. Two, he said, looking behind him at a guy named Don, I'd wager. Or three, I said, trying to sound disappointed. I want Bubba, said Jake, referring to a black guy who fit that name perfectly. His virginity, I asked. He came at me, trying to grapple me with some wrestling move I'm sure he knew the name of. He'll be at the keg, won't he? He stated more than he asked. I don't know, maybe, I said. Let's go there then, he said. Yeah, sure. You tell me to plan the evening only to come here and do it yourself, I said, sounding mad. And what did you have planned? He finally asked. I don't know, I thought we'd go to the keg or something. He came at me again, but I was too quick again. I really like it if Bubba was there, he said, clapping and then rubbing his hands together. I can't see why, the way he pushed you around last time. I was already moving away from him before I finished the sentence. This is Don. Don Mark. He finished with a point in my general direction. We barely had time to exchange greetings before Jake continued. Tell him why I have such a liking for Bubba, Mark. Bubba is just that, a Bubba. He's big, he's black, he's got crooked teeth, and he looks as mean as hell, I said to Don. He's not so big, interrupted Jake. I continued talking to Don. He's about 6'1", give or take an inch. He weighs in at well over 200 pounds, enough to toss you around. I ended turning my attention towards Jake. Yeah, right. He was cute this time. Did he ever? Not. Junkie joke, Jake, I said, surprised at myself. I'm a master of alliteration. A master of masturbation, Mark, said Jake, rather pleased with himself. I guess that sentence makes you the master. I moved, but not quick enough. He got me by both arms from behind. I turned around just in time to see the cocoa bomb coming, but not in time to avoid it. You should have seen it, Don. The last time we bumped into this Bubba character, it was hilarious. Kind of scary, but hilarious. I started when Jason left to go get his beer, rubbing my melon. A tad of candid foreshadowing there. I told him how this monstrosity met his match in Jake. Jake wasn't as tall as Bubba, but what he lacked in height, he more than made up in girth. He didn't look as solid as he was, which Bubba can attest to when his hand stopped flatly on Jake's chest when he tried to push him. Jake didn't move. I don't remember why he tried to push Jake. Probably a bar thing. Just that he couldn't budge him. And I don't remember how that scene ended either. Just that it didn't end in a fight. I want him, returned Jake. Then the king it is, I said, and capped my beer, my father's beer. I didn't think he'd be there, but if he was, it'd be an interesting evening. If he wasn't, it'd be an interesting evening. To be continued.